Brace yourselves, music lovers. You're about to board a luxury cruise ship for a night of disco debauchery. But beware, this isn't your typical ocean voyage. Prepare for an unexpected twist, a tidal wave of 70s hits, and a whole lot of hilarious mayhem. Folks, Disaster is a jukebox musical comedy created by musician and Broadway writer Seth Rudetsky, with additional material by film and television actor Jack Plotnick. Earthquakes, tidal waves, piranhas, infernos, and songs of the 70s take center stage in this comedic homage to 1970s disaster films. The plot follows a group of New Yorkers that attend the opening of a floating casino and disco nightclub that quickly succumbs to multiple disasters. The disasters themselves correlate with plots of various disaster films of the 1970s, such as earthquakes or Killer Bee incidents. While working together in 1992, Seth Rudetsky and Drew Garrissey developed the concept of creating a musical reminiscent of the 70s disaster films they both appreciated. What became of that concept was a plot involving the New York City blackout of 1977 and incorporated the decade's top songs as both musical numbers and vehicles for comedy. When Rudetsky was asked in 2011 to put a show on benefiting the nonprofit organization Only Make Believe, he decided to return to his disaster musical idea, and in the span of 3 months, he and Jack Plotnick revised the concept and wrote the first script of Disaster. Now, major changes included widening the plot's range. Instead of focusing on one disaster, the New York City blackout, they decided to introduce a variety of catastrophes common to the popular films of the 1970s that they had grown up watching. Now, after the show debuted in 2011 at the Box, then transferring to New York City's Triad Theater on West 72nd Street, and finally to New York's St. Luke's Theater in 2013, it transferred to its Broadway home at the Nederlander Theater in March of 2016. Running for just 72 performances, the Broadway cast starred its creator and writer, Mr. Seth Rudetsky, along with Tony-winning actor Roger Bart, Tony-nominated actress Carrie Butler, three-time Tony nominee Kevin Chamberlain, original cast member of both the Broadway musical and motion picture musical Rent, Mr. Adam Pascal, Tony-winning actress Faith Prince, stage, film, and television actress Rachel York, original star of 2008's Grease revival on Broadway, Mr. Max Crumb, and two-time Tony nominee Jennifer Samard. Now, even though Jennifer Samard received a Tony nomination as Best Featured Actress in a Musical for her role as Sister Mary Downey, ticket sales weren't quite strong enough to make the production financially viable, with the show often playing only to half-capacity audiences. The Broadway production would eventually close in May of 2016, with its cast album being released in September of that same year. Now, the musical had received positive reviews from various respected news outlets. The New York Daily News named Disaster one of its top 10 must-see musicals for 2013, claiming that this spoof of catastrophe-themed movies mixed with 70s pop hits gushes with Velveeta, as well as laughs, great new talents, and savvy jukebox craftsmanship. Time Out New York critic and president of New York Drama Critics Circle, Adam Feldman, rated the show 5 stars, stating, "I can't remember the last time I laughed out loud at the theater as often as I did at Disaster. With meticulous ingenuity, the show repurposes 36 classic tunes from the Me decade to often hilarious effect." And so, folks, our short-lived disastrous voyage comes to an end. We've survived the sharks, the earthquakes, and yes, those honey killer bees. And emerged victorious. Well, mostly. Remember that even in the face of disaster, Okay, I was meaning to fix that. But hey, not to worry, just a little flesh wound. As I was saying, even in the face of disaster, there's always time for a good song and a little bit of disco fever.